Well, good morning. What I want to do right now is to take a look at the ebook and the audio options in your ebook. Now, I'm in student view right now. I'm going to have to get out of the student view, get back to my instructor view. You won't be able to see all of these things, but let me navigate to the place where you'll need to be. Now, this week you'll be setting up your McGraw-Hill accounts. You just have to sign in. Make sure that when you do sign up for your McGraw-Hill account, that you go through our Canvas course page. So McGraw-Hill needs to know which section to match you up with. And also you get the free ebook access. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the Connect section. Again, you don't see the same thing that the instructor sees. So I'm going to turn this over to student view. So what you would see is something that looks like this. Now I can't open up any of the assignments yet. They're all locked because the course hasn't started yet. But I can show you some things with the ebook that might make the reading of the chapters a little easier. First off, I'm going to go over here to the left-hand side. There's some information there, my phone number, and you can also send me a message through McGraw-Hill. It's probably better just to send me a regular UNCP email. I'd probably get it faster. And there's some information about the loose leaf textbook option. Now, your ebook comes free with the course. You already paid your student fees, so the ebook is part of that. But if you want to have a printed book, well, for me, I always like to have a printed book. But if you're just fine with the ebook, that's okay. You don't have to get it. But if you are going to order the loose leaf printed book, which comes at a discount, you better do that the first day because summer session goes by pretty quickly. All right, it's always good to have. It's always good. I think when you're taking the online quizzes, it's easier to look things up if you have the printed book. All right, so over here. There's some other information. Now, there is a cell phone app where you can read the ebook through that. I haven't tried that yet, and generally for me, I like to have a larger size screen than a cell phone or mobile app. But you can go ahead and use that with your own personal device. That might be good. All right, and so what else do we have here? Now, you see this word, and I hope that I'm highlighting it here where it says read. And so let's go ahead and open the ebook, Introduction to Geography. And it takes us to this page, and we'll take a look at some of the options. There's a table of contents. You don't want to have to read over the front matter. But for each one of the chapters, for example, I'm in chapter 1 right here. And so it's divided into sections. All right, so we have that. That's pretty easy to see. And now we're at the first section in the first chapter. What is geography? Let's see what happens. And let me see if my microphone can pick up these computer speakers here. All right, now you see the little icon that has a little speaker? We'll just click on that. And it's a computer reading it, but it is fairly natural. It's fairly easy to listen to. Maybe there might be some nights when your eyes are a little tired and you have reading to do. Maybe you could just put your headphones on and listen to the audio portion of it as we go through. Okay, so let me get. Are you ready for me to click the button?
1.1 What is geography? Many people associate the word geography simply with knowing where things are, whether they be countries, such as Myanmar and Uruguay, cities, such as Timbuktu or Almaty, or deposits of natural resources, such as petroleum or iron ore. Some people pride themselves on knowing which rivers are the longest, which mountains are the tallest, and which deserts are the largest. Such factual knowledge about the world has value, permitting us to place current events in their proper spatial setting. When we hear of an earthquake in Turkey or an assault in Chechnya, we at least can visualize where they occurred. Knowing why they occurred in those places, however, is considerably more important.
Okay, I'm going to pause that for the moment. That sounded pretty good. It's pretty natural. Sometimes when they're reading over things like the table of contents, or when they get to some of the figures and tables, those can be a little clunky. But you can click past those and listen to the main body of the text. Looking at some of the options here, there's a progress control, and this will
Geography is much more than Serbia, Montenegro. Key were in negotiations to other things.
that'll move your progress within the page. All right. There's also a volume control. I have it up pretty high at the moment because I'm using these fairly tinny computer speakers. But if you have a good set of headphones, you want to listen to that, that's good. All right. So one of the options that you have, I believe, is speed.
Fires to the green. When we hear of an earthquake in Turkey or an assault in Chechnya, we at least can visualize where they occurred. Knowing why they occurred in those places, however, is considerably more important. Geography is much more than place names and locations.
Okay. I believe that somehow in there is an option to control the speed where you could make the computer read it faster. I don't recommend doing that. I've done that, and just taking it up a little bit more from normal, I think doesn't sound as good. Something else about the audio that you might have caught was that sometimes students ask, how do you pronounce words like this? For example, how do you pronounce words like Chechnya? Anyways, well, the audio does it, and so this is all pre-recorded into the audio database. So if you're ever wondering how do I pronounce that place name, then you can listen. That's how you do it. All right. One of the things here that I've done is I've mentioned the highlighting here, and that's one of the things that you can do. Oh, you can do some quick highlighting. For example, if you wanted to highlight a section of the book, what's the importance of geography? All right, so we've done that. I can highlight that, and then I can just play that portion of it.
Geography, therefore, is about Earth space and the content of that space. We all rely on our geographical knowledge for our daily lives. Such knowledge helps us navigate our daily travels, make sense of news events, make decisions, and even plan our vacations.
Okay, I'm going to close out of that. All right, so you can probably play around with some of the settings on here. That's fine. While I'm in here, let me see if I can play around with some of these options. Change font size. I've never changed the font size in an ebook, but what if we did? Again, what if you're a little bit tired or your device is small and you wanted to have a larger print? You can do that. Generally, for me, I'm good with all the defaults. Let me see what else I need to do here. Let me clear the highlights on there. Yeah, let's go ahead and clear that. Something else that we could take a look at. Um, there's a search. For example, say when you're doing one of your smart book reading assignments or taking a quiz and you wanted to look up uh, a key word that's in that question, you can do that in your ebook. There's a search there. And let me see. Yeah, for example, I was looking up Strabo. All right, let's go ahead and look up Strabo. Strabo is mentioned in the book. And what if we highlighted it? What's Strabo known for?
Strabo, indeed, cautioned against the assumption that the nature and actions of humans were determined by the physical environment they inhabited. He observed that humans were the active elements in a human environmental partnership.
Okay, so
Strabo, indeed.
that's good. That's good we have that. All right. So go ahead and at least try the audio book and see if it works for you. See if it helps you get more reading done when you have a very busy schedule and in a summer class when things move so quickly. All right, let me know how that works out. I'll send out this recording, and you can reply and give me some comments on this. And if you have any questions, I'll see if I can figure it out for you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the meeting and the recording, and send me an email if you want to talk about this.